Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. Kalimera. Good day to you. How are you all? Happy Mother's Day for yesterday to all of you that are celebrating being a mother, a grandmother. Hope that you had a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your wishes to all of you. For me, thank you so much. Today is the 11th of May 2020. Saturn has moved retrograde 5 hours ago. So we know that we're in retrograde season, everyone. Venus will be retrograding in 2 days in the sign of Gemini. Saturn is retrograding in the sign of Aquarius, moving backwards towards Capricorn. And Jupiter will be retrograding in the sign of Capricorn in 3 days. So we've got a very benevolent few days coming from the 13th, roughly, of May, when Venus will be retrograding, until around the 17th. We're having beautiful transits. So use that benefic window of opportunity. Let's look at today's reading, everyone. We've got the Karma Dharma cards. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross today. I feel like doing something different. I do hope that you enjoy that. Let's take today's message. And we have the Death card. And the Death card is Scorpio. There is some sort of a transformation. Something is fated. And I think it's got a lot to do with the full moon in Scorpio that we had a few days ago. With Mercury at just moments before its home sign of Gemini. It's at the last degrees of Taurus. Mercury is going to be really good. So Mercury speaks of communication, also travel, movement. It's going to be moving into the sign of Gemini. It's home. And we're going to have a lot of clarity, a lot of conversations, okay? A lot of things will be understood. It's also the house, Gemini is also the house of collaboration. So I just want to say that Mercury will be moving into the sign of Gemini in 2.5 weeks. What we're having change is Mars. Mars is going to be moving into the sign of Pisces. It's coming from Aquarius, moving into the sign of Pisces, everyone. So those of you that are mutable signs, so Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, Mars will give you more energy, but it will also give you more stress. Okay, so you need to know that. Those of you that are under the mutable signs, Mars will be giving you the push to take action. Of course, you're going to be very busy. Mars makes life very busy. Let's see what's going on. For those of you that are watching this video, doesn't matter when you're watching it, the message is important for you to hear. Let's see, in the now position, we've got the moon. And we've got the moon and we've also got Scorpio. So this is saying something that has come to a completion. Scorpio is money from other sources. It's your partner's money. It's also something that's very deep. Now it's concerning money, but also the moon is home, family, security. Okay, so we know that both Scorpio and Cancer, they are sensitive because they are water. Let's see with this moon card, which also speaks of fears. We're fearing some sort of a change, a transformation. What is the challenge? And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is the challenge is to move forward, to study, you know, anything you've been looking at, studying, planning for the future, whether it's through communication, sending that message. The challenge is here. So what you've been looking at, and in relation to anything to do with family, your security, anything to do with mother, the moon is the mother as well. It's now time to communicate that, to start to take the action, slow and steady progress forward. Let's see what's at the foundation. We've got the Six of Wands. So this is the distant past. This could speak of ego, but it can speak of also having reached a point of success and recognition. Six of Wands, we know, can also mean ego, though. So for those of you that have been dealing with someone that was, you know, they thought they were either too good for you or they were too big of a person to either send out that message or to even communicate or change something that needed to change. The Death card is transformation, right? What comes after death, and we know it's a slow process usually, but it's a fresh energy that comes after the death. So something that needs to fall away, that may have been successful in the past, it needs to transform, it needs to change. Let's look at the recent past, and we've got the Karma card. Again, Pluto. So there is something very karmic that we're needing to close the door on. We're needing, obviously, to see it first. And I do feel that in the recent past, a lot of you may have reached a point of clarity, understanding what was hidden is now starting to show up for you. Very karmic, both Scorpio and the Karma card, even the Moon card, very strong energies. Let's look at what's on your mind. And we know that the Karma card is judgment. It's judgment. So someone's been judged heavily. I feel as though someone's put up a wall. And I feel now with, you know, anything to do with Venus retrograding and Jupiter and the benefic few days that we're moving into, I feel as though because the challenge is, you know, Page of Pentacles, it is saying either do not fear, make this change, what you've been thinking about, what you've been planning. Don't let fear overtake you. You need to be ready to move into something new, as the Death card asks for. Okay, let's look at the trajectory and the plan. And we've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, again, a messenger. This page here in the Witch's Tarot is yelling out something. So it could be some sort of an announcement, a message coming through. Someone has been crying wolf so many times that people are not believing them. And I feel as though we need to look at that. I really do. Because usually we don't have the Page of Wands, okay, yelling something out. Here I feel as though someone's been trying to send out that message in whichever way that means for you personally, but they haven't been successful with it. So I'm going to say that maybe it's time that we actually look at that. Now, Page of Wands can also mean someone that's willing to take that risk, to go on that adventure, to try that, to try something new. Let's see what is in the near future. And we've got the Emperor. And the Emperor is Aries, Taurus. The Emperor does speak of boundaries. He does speak of control as well. Now, this is the father. Some of you could be dealing with someone that has had a lot to deal with, a lot of maybe family issues, maybe even business. Could be the Emperor that's going through this transformation. The Emperor can also be very Saturnian. So with Saturn moving retrograde now, it's like we're being given a second chance at what we've been working towards. Maybe there could be an opening in what's been difficult for you. Now, we know that the Emperor asks that we stand strong in our convictions, be the one in charge, take charge of our lives. Okay, now others of you could be dealing with this Emperor who has been closed up to any possibilities, but they've been going through a transformation. And this could be your second chance at success. Let's look at the position of you. And we've got the King of Wands. Now, for some of you, this could be the same person. For others of you, this could be another person that you are dealing with. King of Wands, we do have two masculine energies here. This could be a same-sex relationship, yes. Now, the Emperor would be someone older, someone wiser, but someone who's got a lot of responsibilities, whereas the King of Wands is someone a little bit more playful. Now, if this is the same person, everyone, we know that the King of Wands is someone that's ready to take charge, whereas the Emperor, yes, he does what he needs to do, but he doesn't usually act towards what he desires. He's also someone that doesn't open up about their emotions. Now, the King of Wands, yes, is someone that's spontaneous, may have had strong ego, which now they may be open to communicating about. King of Wands is also someone very creative, someone that can manifest, someone who is very handsome, very popular. There is a lot of popularity here. Let's see what is in the environment. Two of Swords. So yeah, there is some sort of a choice. Either you're choosing between two different people, or if this is the same person, it could be the Emperor that's needing to make a choice, whether they will open up and communicate, okay, and not be so withheld back and go for what they desire. So what is it? Is it the responsibilities that they've got towards others, towards family, or is it what they desire to manifest? That could be a choice. Let's look at the hopes and fears. And we've got the Strength card, so we've got Leo here. This is a card of courage, a card of patience, and knowing that we've got the ability to manifest anything that is of our desire. Let's look at the outcome. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, someone's been doing their homework. Eight of Pentacles is someone who is willing to put in the work, someone who does have a lot on their plate. This could also be a card of spying, looking at information through the internet, things that have been hidden. And this is, for me, this card here, the Eight of Pentacles, is looking closely at things that have been hidden, things that are coming up to the surface for rejuvenation. Don't forget, retrograde cycles bring things, situations, people from the past for clearing out, for communicating, and for moving on from either burying something that needs to be buried. And I'm going to say burying the hatchet, okay? Some people will be doing that, and they will be clearing that past dead weight from their lives and starting to move into something new. But this is a card of work, so we're going to be working on our own personal situation in the next couple of months, okay? Some of us, it's going to come about quicker. For others of us, it's going to happen at a slower pace. Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. What's at the bottom? We've got the Magician. So yes, this is Gemini, this is Virgo. It's good communication. It's having the power to manifest. What's beneath here? And we've got the Hermit card again, Virgo. Okay, we've come out of the seclusion, out of, connecting to spirit. With that lockdown, it's time for us to manifest now. Yes, the confusion has been seen. Now we have the light as we can communicate. We are given the power. The power is in our hands to communicate. Let's look at love. What's going on in love? We have, this could be the one. Okay, you've already met them. This is someone that you've known. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I'm going to say that this is obviously either a new chapter or it's something that has not taken form, a relationship that you've met but has not manifested yet because of the obstacles, because of what we've been going through. Okay, so it does say a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and I feel as though for those of you that this is someone new, then this is saying that this new person is someone who seems very familiar to you. So therefore, it's a fated connection. And we've got you deserve love, you are lovable. It looks as though someone is pointing their bow and arrow. You know, the bow and arrow does ring Cupid. So Cupid is the god of love, Eros, in Greek mythology. Eros aims his arrow at the deity, the person that they want to manifest, okay? The person that needs to feel a sense of love. So this bow and arrow could be things that we're doing, so actions that we're taking as we are aiming our arrow towards the person of our dreams. So yes, this is a manifestation here that we've obviously done something that is the other person will see, will recognize as love. What's at the bottom? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Now, the expression of love could be that bow and arrow, okay? Which is, again, it's communication. Let's have a look at the Lenormand. What's going on at this time, please, Spirit? What's going on? We have the coffin, which is death. We have the love heart, the love card. So something is transforming in something that we love or in a love relationship, no doubt. There is a regeneration of love issues here. And we've got the garden, and the garden is the card of being social, bringing your emotions out for airing, so speaking, being open to love, communicating about it. Okay, so the garden is also a card of teamwork and networks. So this could be something is transforming around something that you love. Doesn't have to be only romance. It could be something that you've created. Okay, it's going through that change. And with a magician, it says that we've got the power to manifest, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's coming closer to family, or whether it's something that we've created. What's at the bottom? And we've got the path. Okay, the path is like the Two of Swords. Okay, this could mean separation. Some of you may be separating from the Emperor. New person could be the King of Wands. Okay, could go any way. We've got two people here. So this is also a card of hesitation, okay? But it's also a card of opportunities, everyone. So let's have a look. Let's take more cards. Okay, let's look at the now position with the Moon card, which is Cancer. Cancer, Pisces. And we know that we're heading towards an eclipse in the sign of Cancer. So it's going to be referencing back to family, back to when the nodes were in Cancer, even though now they've moved. And we know that Cancer is our home, our family, our lineage, our security, emotional and physical. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is expansion, growth. It is a 3. So there is someone waiting on their ships to come in. Now we know that with the lockdown, we're all stuck in our homes, not able to move. Things are changing now. The lockdown is opening up slowly. We're able to move further away than our neighborhood, even though on a collective scale, I'm going to say with the nodes having moved into Gemini, which is our neighborhood, the next 18 months, we're going to be dealing more likely with people that are closer to us. It does not mean that we will not be able to fly to a destination further from home, but things are going to change radically where flying to other countries is concerned. And that's going to be really interesting. At end of the year, we're going to understand a lot about what's going on, because Saturn is moving back into Capricorn, and December with Jupiter together. Jupiter is foreign countries, other cultures. Both Saturn and Jupiter in December will be moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is aviation. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Let's look at what the Page of Pentacles in the challenge is about. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a motherly figure. She's someone who will not move forward unless she is certain. Now, this is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Again, I'm going to say Virgo is very, very important here. We don't have the card of Capricorn here. We did have the Hermit, if you remember. So it's more the Virgo and energies here. So Queen of Pentacles could be, yes, a mother. The Emperor could be a father. But the Queen of Pentacles is also someone who brings in, she's, you know, the half of the family. She is the pinnacle of the family and security of the people she loves. So she will not act radically. She will send that message when she's certain, as she does plan for the future. Let's look at the foundation with the Six of Wands. We've got the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So the karmic wheel is turning. The karmic wheel will bring success as soon as that cycle has ended, okay? The cycle, which is, it's a number 10. So we know that Jupiter is not that strong in the sign of Capricorn. Now with Jupiter that will be moving retrograde, we're going to see that we're going to be given a chance, okay, a chance to re-look at anything Jupiterian. Jupiter is, of course, it's very jovial. It's very spiritual. It's also things to do with the truth, and it's also going on that adventure. We're ready to see the world through different eyes, through the experience, through the philosophy. Let's have a look at the Karma card in the recent past. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So someone is looking, still looking and trying to figure out their things to do with their investments, what they've invested in. Okay, is it worth investing more time here, more energy? Okay, we've got the High Priest, and the High Priest is Taurus. Taurus is all about values. The Emperor, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Again, the mother here. Now, the Emperor, this is someone that was used to being on their own. They had so much on their plate where business, family is concerned. They were standing strongly as an individual. They're ready now to create something much more stable for their own personal security, for their own personal, emotional self. As the Nine of Pentacles, yes, this card here, which again is Virgo, there is something growing in her belly. She is very similar to the Empress here. Now, if this is someone that you're dealing with, if this is your beloved, the Emperor is not going to promise you anything unless they could see that you've made the space in your room, in the room of your heart, in the room of your life. They're not going to come forward until you're actually able to show that you're standing strong alone. You're happy and you're single. So you've made the space in your life, dear people. And I'm looking at it now from the eyes of the Emperor. Let's have a look at the King of Wands. Financially, it's looking good with the Nine of Pentacles. And I also say many times that what's missing from the Nine of Pentacles, it's what the Queen of Pentacles is holding. And it's got to do with messaging, with sending out that message, with having planned, okay? Having planned something long term. Let's look at the King of Wands. We have the Fool here. And the Fool is Aries. Yes, the new cycle is beginning. This King of Wands is ready to take that leap of faith. We have the minor arcana, which is the Page of Wands here. And we've got the Fool here, which is the major arcana. Same energy. Let's look at that Two of Swords. We've got the World card, everyone. And the World is a card of success. It's a card of travel. It's a card of ending a karmic cycle, having learned the lessons. But it could also speak of commitment. It could speak of getting to a relationship, moving into some sort of a connection where it's the pinnacle of success, right? So it could also mean marriage. Yes, it could, with the World card. Others of you, yes, you're at a distance from each other, physical distance. And for others of you, the lessons have been learned. Yes. Let's have a look at the Strength card. What I love to see is that the Magician, which is the general energy, is an ace. We've got the Fool, we've got the Magician, we've got the World card. We've got also the card of Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. Big changes we're looking at. Let's look at that Strength card. And we've got the Seven of Wands. Keep powering forward. For those of you that are still fighting for what you want to manifest, keep at it. You've got the upper hand now. Let's have a look at that Eight of Pentacles. With the 9 here and the 8 here, it's saying that to get to the 9, work is being done. Someone is looking at something very closely. We know that Virgo looks at all the details. We've got the 10 of Swords. Wow. 10 of Swords, which is the ending. This is the light after the darkness. And my last reading was exactly that. 10 of Swords does speak of a completion. For those of you that are coming to the understanding that things that have been hidden were not for your highest good, you're closing that door. But that turns into the Ace of Swords, which is also the communication. And we've got the Five of Swords. Someone is troubled. Someone is conflicted about moving forward after something has seriously ended. Five of Swords does speak of someone having a lot on their plate. Yes, they are conflicted. But again, with that Five of Swords, even though it's tough, it does say that we've got the upper hand. Let's take another card. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. So some people are thinking of the legal side of things. I hope you could see that. And the Six of Pentacles is Libra, so it could speak of moving into legalities in the future. This could also be a detective. Eight of Pentacles, someone doing the work as they've been backstabbed here. It's really bad, the Ten of Swords. Now, whether it's from family, a past partner, you've been dealing with a lot of conflict, people. But the Six of Pentacles says that there will be, a harmonizing of the energies. I do see Libra here, but this is also very karmic for me, as well as I always say, whoever's done this to you, it's time for them to receive it. So what goes around comes around. That's what the cycles we're in speak of. And we've got the Seven of Swords, as you could see here. Someone has been very stealthy. They've been very sneaky. Now, others of you, you've been intelligent. You're going to be intelligent. You've been manifesting something and not speaking about it. Yeah, see? With the Hermit. Let's look at the Magician, which is the overall energy. Let's have a look. And we've got the Three of Cups. Wow, okay. So Three of Cups can mean celebration, but it can also mean gossip. Or, we do have one queen and we've got an emperor here, which is an older character or someone that's got more on their plate. And we've got the King of Wands. Again, the choice doesn't have to be between two people for all of you, but there could be a third person in your life who is the outsider that has brought a necessary change, okay, that needs to happen. Now, with the High Priest in the crowning area, we know that Taurus is all about our values. Again, Taurus can speak of, and the High Priest, something very spiritual, but also something that has got to do with strong values, things around commitment, family, anything that is necessary for us to understand or to change, as there are two keys here in this card, to change where our things around families, our stability, our security, and also things that make us feel good. Taurus is ruled by Venus. And we also know that the high priest can also speak of religion, the way we've been raised, our childhood conditioning. All right, let's take a couple of messages, people. The handwritten cards are here. Let's take a couple of messages, one on each of the characters here. Let's have a look first of all at the Queen of Pentacles. I want to marry you. I want to share my life with you. Now, as you know, I always say about these messages, this could be something that she wants or something that is communicated to her. And that goes for all these personalized messages. Let's have a look at the Emperor. If you won't or can't accept my life and my ways, then we're over. I can have any woman or man with a blink of an eye. Interesting. Sounds very Saturnian to me. Quite egotistical. It does tie in with that Six of Wands at the foundation. So for those of you that are leaving this Emperor behind, let's take a card for those of you that this is the same person as the King of Wands. Let's have a look first at the King of Wands. I want you in my life for today, tomorrow, and forever. And let's take one more on this Emperor to see a little bit more clarity on what you're going to do about him. You are very attractive. I don't know if I can keep my hands off you. And this is like the Ace of Wands. A very desirable energy coming from the Emperor. And we know the Emperor many times can be someone that's very fiery. And the fire obviously comes from, you know, a sense of showing only the sexual connection, not his emotional self. Okay, so again, there is an ace here. So I'm going to leave that there. I want to take just one more of the Karma Dharma cards on top of the Death card, as I want to see a little bit more about what comes after the transformation, okay, and after seeing things that were hidden with that Scorpio full moon. We've got Scorpio and Taurus, which is the axis where the full moon happened, right? Now, don't forget there's a new moon coming on the 22nd of the month in the sign of Gemini. Okay, new moons are new beginnings. New beginnings. The Magician card is Gemini, Virgo. Okay, let's have a look. And we've got the Devil. Wow, everyone, this is karma at its pinnacle. And what I feel here is because we've got a sense of Pluto and Saturn, right? These are the two planets that were affected with the eclipse on the 12th, at the beginning of January. On the 12th of January, we had these two come precise, Pluto and Saturn. Now, this is the transformation. The change is coming. So something is dying where there's been fear, there's been a lockdown, there's been Saturnian darkness, fear, that needs to transform. And we know that Capricorn, the Devil, Capricorn, is all about putting in the effort, doing the work, but also growing through this process, growing and becoming the elder. And I feel as though this dark energy will be transforming. Thank God for that. And it is very karmic, everyone. It is very karmic. Let's have a look at what Spirit has got to tell us today. What is the advice, please, Spirit, for people at this stage? What is the advice? For those of you that have been dealing with someone who was very narcissistic, very egocentric, it looks as though they will be falling away. There's a transformation Thank God. As you could see, the gate is open. Can you see that? The door is open, everyone. Whoever's been under the thumb of somebody else or from a situation, that is going to change. Let go. Let's see what the card reads. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart, and we'll do everything in our power to protect you. And I'm going to say, for those of you that have been in such a hard situation, a cycle that has not let you free yourself, with that Five of Swords, yes, it is tough. You're going to have to walk through the fire before you can get to the newness, to the new cycle that's starting to manifest for you. It's on the other side. And what I mean by the other side is it's going to get harder before it gets easier. But you're going to have to let go of your fear and move towards something that is much more beneficial, much more divinely guided. You're going to have to trust in the divine plan. Okay, everyone? So I will leave it at that. Thank you so much again for being here. I do hope that the Saturn return video for each sign helped you somewhat. I will be doing the Venus retrograde. Did I say Saturn return before? The Saturn retrograde season. That video, I hope that helped you. I will be doing Venus and Jupiter as well, so look out for those. Thank you so much for your support. Talk to you tomorrow, God willing, I'm going to say. Bye-bye.